Hole 14, it is 480 par 5. Fairway looks a little bit narrow with where the landing spot is, but it looks like it opens up down below past the hill, and then it goes back uphill for the second and third shot. It looks like a reachable par 5, so just try to hit a good drive here, put in a good position to give it a go.
Paige hit one up the left-hand fairway.
Yeah, so I have 250 in, straight uphill, so definitely will not get it there. I'm just going to try to get as close as possible, just so I have a good wedge shot in, and just try to put it in a good position. Pin is right in the center, so again, I don't have to be too careful with where I place it. If it was more on the right side and that bunker was in the way, you definitely want to be on the left side of the fairway. If the pin was on the left side, you want to be on the right side, just so you have better angles into it, and you're never having to like carry it over and short side yourself.
Oh, she hit it perfect up the left side with a little draw. Yeah, it's perfect.
So I have about like 250 left. I'm gonna play a 5-iron off this lie right here since the ball's above my feet, and I just kind of want to get it back in play here. So I'm just gonna put my 5-iron hopefully in the center of that fairway right there.
Yeah, the ball's probably a good 6 inches above her feet, so she's probably gonna choke up on this just a tiny bit and just kind of let the slope take it into the fairway. Okay, she jumped on it just a bit, but it's gonna be okay. Should be right in front of that bunker. Yeah, good job.
All right, so after that 5-iron, I have 91 left here, which I like. I like this number, but it is playing a little uphill but downwind, so I'm just gonna go ahead and play at the number out here.
Oh, Paris took this just a little bit left of the pin. All right, looks good.
So I have 58 yards into this green. It's a little uphill, but the greens are firm and fast, so it's gonna, I think, even it out with how it hits and rolls out. For a shot like this, I just try to compress it and flight the ball, and when I say flight it means that I try to bring the flight down a little bit more, just so I have better control over it. Sometimes if you have a wedge and you hit it too high, you can kind of hit it high on the face and it will go significantly shorter. So I think you want to focus on compression and making solid contact. I think that's really going to help people's short games and especially wedge shots too, because I think they're so worried on blading it over the green or hitting it fat, and there's so many things that are going through their mind instead of actually just hitting like a good solid shot. And if you do that, then usually it will go the distance that you want. And another tip that I really like to do is I put it a little bit back in my stance, forward press. That way you can really hit down on it, and that'll bring the flight down a little bit more, and it's just easier to control, especially off of tight lies.
Yeah, really well done. She can play.
Good birdie. Thank you.
All right. That was a great up and down right there. A couple of birdies on that par 5.
Par 5, yeah. This is hole 15, it is 321 yards. This is a hole that you really want to be strategic on. You don't have to hit driver, especially with those 2 left bunkers. And the way the green is set up, it's almost better to actually have more of a full shot compared to a short wedge shot into it, just so you can really spin it and make sure you get it over that bunker and then stop it where you need to stop it. So I have 127 into this green. It's a little bit into the wind, so I'm gonna grab just a little bit more club just to make sure I get over that bunker, especially since it's uphill as well. Something about this green, or this course really, is that there's a lot of elevation changes that you don't really feel when you're looking at it, but it does play a little bit more uphill or downhill, so just take that into consideration and always do like half a club just to be safe.
Yeah, it looks like there's a little bit of wind. Oh, Paige hit this pretty pure, just right of the pin.
115 left here. Mike's helping me out, said it's a little into the wind, so thank you for that. I have about 120 and I'm gonna play a pitching wedge.
Oh, Paris hit this one good, just a little right. Oh, right of the pin, almost went in. Paris hit a good one in here. I thought it was all over it, but she's got about 20 feet.
Well, I have not a great lie. It plugged into the lip of the bunker. The good news is that it's not completely covered. The bad news is that it's on like a pretty steep hill. So for a shot like this, you don't want to compound your problems, but at the same time, my best option is it's probably going to hit here and then roll back. So I'm thinking, where do I want to roll back to? Another bad thing is that the person in front of me didn't rake the bunker, so now I'm looking at a lot of footprints. So if you have a shot like this and you're walking in, make sure to walk around the opposite way, just so if it does roll back, it doesn't roll back into your own footprint. For a shot like this, you want to get up on it, kind of close the club face down, and come back on it about right there, pretty much as hard as you can. There's not a lot of technique or strategy to this. It's more just hit it as hard as you can. The problem I'm having is that this lip is pretty high, so I don't think I can get it up high enough, fast enough, so it's probably going to hit here and roll back, and that's what I'm looking at right now, and trying to get out of here with a bogey instead of trying to get a double.
Okay, she got it out. That was actually really well done. She's now back in the bunker, and now she has a good chance of getting up and down from there. Oh! What a par! Oh my gosh.
It's all about good course management. I left it in a great spot, and I knew I could chip it in from there.
Oh, that was
all the way.
Awesome.
So I had a terrible lie in the bunker, but I feel like that's just kind of golf karma, where if you don't get too down on yourself and you get out and you're smart about it, then usually you can always come back and either make a really good chip or a really good putt. So always try to have a good mindset and not get too down on yourself and compound the problems when you are in trouble. All right, so this is hole 16. It's a downhill par 3 playing 140 yards. There are bunkers on this green, or on this hole all the way to the right there, with hazard on the left. So definitely just keep it center here and you should be good to go.
Oh, she hit this one crispy. It's drawn over right at the hole. Oh, okay. Just right in front, but it was all over it. All right, Paris pulled this just a little bit left of the pin, but she's on. With the little spin, she's good around the greens.
We have hole 17. It is 314 yards, dogleg right, straight up the hill. You want to probably be on the left side. From here, the green is blind. You can't see it, so you don't know where the pin is. If you can't see the pin, it's always good to either check on in the cart. They usually have a pin sheet. That way you can tell where you need to hit it on the fairway. I have 104, it's a little uphill into the wind, so I'm going to take a little more club, choke down, and I mean, it's pretty straightforward for the most part after that.
She hit one middle of the green. Should just be left of the pin. Perfect.
Alright, so I have about the same number here. I'm just going to choke down on a pitching wedge and just get it up there, and definitely want to make sure I cover that bunker and take enough club.
Paris caught this one pretty well. Yeah, just left of the pin. Looks good. All right, looks like Paige hit a good one in here, pin high, probably about 20 feet. And then Paris just went on the fringe.
So we are on hole 18. It's 320 yards. Really good finishing hole. Fairly wide open, only 2 bunkers, and doesn't look like the one in the fairway is in play. So this is a good birdie hole to hopefully finish off your round.
All right, a couple good drives right here. Paige got about 75 yards. She hit this really well, just left of the pin, feeding over with some sauce, and a really good shot, probably about 12, 13 feet below the pin. And Paris is just a couple yards in front.
Slide 58 right here. Just kind of land it a couple yards short of that pin, and pretty straightforward. Just get up there and hopefully get close.
Oh, just right next to it with some sauce too. Another good shot. All right.
So that was 9 holes. We had a great time. I think we actually both played. Yeah, we played pretty good out here. Pretty good. We had fun. Yeah, and it was cool to see how we both kind of picked apart the golf courses. I feel like our games are actually pretty similar. But we played today very differently, especially on like a couple holes. Took very different routes, but we ended up, you know, playing smart, playing well, and you can obviously see that you can play a golf course 100 different ways and still, you know, have a good score and have a lot of fun. Yeah, it's definitely one thing to kind of make sure too is when you're playing with a lot of people is focus on your own game. Don't get caught up in what other people are doing, because you know, one shot for you might be, you know, like your strongest club, like your 3-wood might be better than your driver. So but yeah, we had such a great time out here. Thank you so much to Golfholics for having us out here in Quintero Golf Club. The weather turned out really nice as we had some, you know, overcast this morning, but thank you for Paige for kind of collabing with us too, and be sure to check out all the links down below in the description box, and like and comment and subscribe if you guys are enjoying the content. And I think we'll see you guys soon for another vlog, so be on the lookout for that. A fun one. Very interesting one. All right, we'll see you guys soon. Bye.